Hello everyone and welcome to the Redline Racing League GT3 Series. This weekend our drivers are at Brands Hatch for one of the most technical and challenging rounds in the calendar. The fastest time in qualifying was quite surprisingly set by Ruvicks, in a Lamborghini Huracan which was supposed to feel a little uncomfortable on this kind of track. Behind him are defending champion Riis in his trusted BMW and Sam Jordan in a McLaren. Once again, to prove the incredible quality of our drivers, you just have to notice how there are a full 25 cars in a mere 3 seconds gap. And they're off. Everyone very cautious at the start into Paddock Hill Bend, making sure not to risk any contact in the first phases of the race. Mitja Bonka is the first driver to break the ice, attacking the two zombie force McLarens of Nathan De Bruyn and Kevin Cox starting at Hawthorne. After stepping ahead of the grid, it was now time for the number 14 McLaren at the beginning of lap 2. They went too wide into most of the first sector, fair play from both of them for leaving enough room for the opponent there. This skirmishing allowed the other McLaren to catch up, getting good traction out of the 30s. Cox was able to pair up with a battling duo, and the three went side by side through all of the main straight. Eventually the Nissan had the upper hand and the two teammates had to give up their position in order to get through Hawthorne safe and sound. Here we can see a very nice overtake by one of the GT Lamborghinis, going a little wider into Paddock Hill to get better traction on corner exit, crossing lines beautifully with the car in front and then waiting until the very last to get on brakes for Druids. Meanwhile at the front, Ruvicks was pushing to pull a gap on two very intimidating followers, with defending champion Riis and defending team champion Cade were trying to chase him down. In the middle positions, Kev Cox was trying to run away from a tight pack of other 6 drivers, with 2 more McLarens, 3 Huracans and an AMG Mercedes. The pressure was beginning to be hard for him to bear, and a slip up into turn 1 let the Italian side of GT3 Racing get ahead at Druids. In the battle for the lead, Riis pushed his BMW out of his comfort zone by taking 30s completely sideways. For how spectacular this was, this however meant losing the second position to Cade. The two long-time rivals took the pit stop in the same lap. However, the pink and yellow AMG faced some problems in the pits and Riis could pull away, gaining back the position only just lost. Cade rejoined behind the green and white GTR of Mitja Bonka, but it wasn't long before he could push the Nissan into making a mistake, and by doing so he gained the position. In the lower positions, not fighting for many points but certainly putting up a great show, Hans Jürgens was playing the meaty part of a juicy sandwich between two GT Lamborghinis. After some troubles in the first phases of the race, Daniel Challoner and his white AMG Mercedes were set back to the low side of the grid. But this didn't prevent him from pulling off some beautiful overtakes in the middle sector of the track against Dave Gaming and his blue Huracan. The two went neck and neck for most of the third sector until a clever line crossing from the part of the grid gained him the position. Oscar Pink was fighting with Sam Jordan for the prospect of a podium, but while lapping one of the backmarkers he was involved in an accident and had to give up his position on Cade. Most parks on flames in the middle positions thanks to a nice battle between Nathan De Bruyn and Ibiata. Risky lines crossed into Paddock Hill which set up an overtake attempt into Druids. The McLaren stepped on the inner curb and lost a bit of traction for corner exit, allowing the Huracan to ultimately keep his position. Cade was still being tailgated by the BMW of Oscar Pink, while Mitja Bonka and his Nissan had closed the gap on them. The pair in front went too wide into 30s, but neither got optimal traction on corner exit, allowing the chasing GTR to make up some more ground on them. Oscar had the upper hand on the fin at the end and was able to complete the overtake into Hawthorne. Not too long though before Cade tried to claim back his position. The two had a little nudge into Dingledale, but miraculously managed to hold it. This was the perfect chance for the third wheel to come into play and fool both of them, gaining 2 positions before the end of the lap. Ruvicks, who led for most of the race, seemed to be having issues with his tyres towards the end of the race. After going off track and losing the lead to Riis, he was struggling for grip and had to let Sam Jordan go through as well into second. Defending champion Riis was the first of our drivers to catch the checkered flag, winning the second round of the season ahead of Sam Jordan in second and Ruvicks in third. Urmas has now taken the lead for the championship with 35 points over the 34 and 33 of Oscar Pink and Mitja Bonka. We're only 2 races in the season, but we already have quite a few contenders for the title. In the team's championship, Zombie Force is still strong in first place with 54 points ahead of Skywalker Racing with 46 and Team ClutchKick with 51. Very intense race this was, as we knew Brands never faced Romaze and we weren't disappointed. The next round is the first endurance race of the season and will be held in Mugello, so crank up all the dials to 11, I'll see you there.